Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Daily Isaiah here, back again with another Teens Know Wrestling podcast, and welcome. I think this is episode 5, maybe 4. I don't know. Maybe it's an unknown number. Maybe it's that. So today we're going to be talking about 5 things that could that have been on my mind lately. Sorry about that. Um, Alright, okay, number 1, we are going to be going over the possible return of John Morrison to WWE. 2, should John Cena be getting more credit than he is actually getting in the WWE? 3, could WrestleMania 28 possibly be one of the best WrestleManias that WWE has put on in a long while? 4, what is happening to the fact of TNA? And 5, what will be Zack Ryder's next move in the WWE when he returns? Alright, for start off, let's go on to the whole John Cena and The Rock and the WrestleMania situation right here. Uh, so for the past, month or two, Cena was in this huge rivalry with Kane. He was in this huge rivalry with Kane, and it turned out to be a pretty decent rivalry. They could have made it, they could have added, without, the whole Zack Ryder and the Eve storyline that was in that, but we'll just skip that part. So Cena he's been getting better. I mean, the dude's been improving. I mean, you don't necessarily see him you don't like see him in like long segments that you usually like half of the show would revolve around Cena. You don't see that anymore. Like you don't see that anymore. Yet this guy still is hated for some unknown reasons, which was pretty much the main reason why people didn't like and pretty much hated John Cena for it. This is the fact that he was always on WWE all the time. And I was like, okay, I can understand that because, well, the guy he's, like all the time, he's winning WWE Championship matches. And I think, WWE listened to that for a while. They're like, okay, maybe people want to stop, want to see less of John Cena. So let's show them less of John Cena. And they did. They didn't shove him down our throats every week. And mainly they've been doing a good job of putting him in segments and stuff like that. They've been doing a pretty good job with it. But for some reason he is still not getting the respect or likes that he deserves or stuff around that. For me, I feel like for me, what do I? For me, I like John Cena. I like John Cena very lot. I don't dislike him like everyone else seems to. I mean, yeah, he's had the same theme song for years now and stuff like that, and this is pretty much a big problem. But whatever, the dude can wrestle. I'm not going to deny that fact. And for people saying the dude can't wrestling, I'm going to tell you what wrestling really is. Wrestling isn't all that high flying, jumping, and top rope stuff that, like you would see CM Punk and Daniel Bryan would do. Wrestling is pretty much based off the fact of, the stuff John Cena does. Like suplexes, some suplexes, the protobahn, actual wrestling moves. That's what wrestling is. So claiming the statement that he can't wrestle, stating the fact that John Cena can't wrestle, it doesn't make any sense because he performs wrestling moves. So why are you still saying he can't wrestle if he's, doing all these moves and he sells moves pretty well? I don't know why people say he can't sell a move because he's pretty good at it. He's not the worst seller in the history of, mankind, but the dude's actually good in the ring. But I don't know. This is like pretty much everyone's opinion. I think the dude should stop being as much hated, and you can tell that you could see like a little bit of that old John Cena is still in him, like on the last episode of Raw. You could see that John Cena wasn't acting like his normal PG stuff. You could hear um that basic thugonomics voice in the back of him, like during his segment. Yet when I go onto YouTube, it's like it still says Cena sucks, same old crap. But the dude, just pretty much like, laid out something different and still get hated for it. So, is there a hope for Cena at all? Even if he does turn heel, will it change anyone's opinion of him? I really don't think so. But what do you guys think? Leave it in the comment section below what you think. Alright, so second thing I might want to go over is, where is TNA in this situation? I have not been watching TNA for the past 2-3 weeks. Not been watching it for that long. Mainly is because WWE has been doing so good. Is doing pretty much really good with the whole segments with the whole Wrestlemania thing. They've been doing a pretty good job with it, and I applied WWE for good jobs with the whole story for the whole WrestleMania storyline thing, because it's turning out to be really good. So it's been doing pretty well. But where's TNA in all this? I've been checking up on TNA Wrestling, Impact Wrestling. I haven't checked out this week, but I have been checking out them, rarely. So it seems like James Storm, James Storm is getting a #1 contender shot for Robert Roode's TNA World Championship, a match that should have happened a long time ago, but whatever. So he finally gets a shot, and basically, a wrestler in the TNA wrestling, Jesse Sorson, apparently got a whole lot of injured. Got like a huge injury. He could, from what I understand, it was Zema Ion taking on Jesse Sorson, in a pay-per-view match. I don't remember which pay-per-view was last month, but basically a spot went wrong where Zema Ion did a top rope moonsault, hit Jesse in the back of his head, which pretty much messed up his spine, and he could not feel anything from the lower part of his body, which I thought was like, okay, this is like really bad, but good to know that he's making a full recovery, and I do wish him the best in luck in, if he decides to wrestle back again, if he starts to feel, get that feeling back in his legs again, and if he wants to start wrestling again, I support and encourage him into doing so, if that's something you really like to do, and something you really like to keep doing. So, yeah, I hope him to get well, and, yes. Also, it seems that Mickie James has been, on a huge, I think is supposed to be supporting like some sort of heel turn or something like that. So I don't know where they're gonna go with that, but it seems that TNA is like, this is what I'm talking about. TNA is not really supporting anything new or interesting or anything like that. I think I've talked about this lots of times about how they sucked and stuff like that. This is the reason why they sucked. They put on the same crap, the same 20-minute long backstage segments, the same matches that no one cares about, and that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say except that they're not really, they're trying to put on the best wrestling show that they possibly can. I can get that, I can understand that. But they're not, they can't do anything at this point that can really compel anyone into, watching their show. And people are going to be, like, all up in this video saying, oh, it's because WWE's in WrestleMania season. And it's not what I'm talking about. It's like, WWE has been putting on more interesting storylines, more interesting segments, more interesting matches than TNA has. So basically, you can't really blame WrestleMania if this has been going on for months on end. So yeah, that's basically it. So if you guys have any questions, have any thoughts or suggestions on this, please leave them in the comment section below on how TNA can vastly improve their product at all. Also, all right, let's get on to John Morrison possibly making a return to WWE. Now, a lot of people may not believe me. A lot of people may not think this could be true. But this is just pretty much stating my opinion on this. But I think the fact there's not been like really any support into like possibly him returning anytime soon to WWE. There's no, but it seems like okay if you watch Z True Long Island Story, you know that for the past 2 weeks they've been showing a lot of John Morrison. You could see like when Zack Ryder was looking up to the heavens, John Morrison was there. It was like, okay, what the heck? I thought this guy was out of the WWE. Why is this guy on their main channel? Also, you have you have on the latest episode, you have at the very last second of the episode, you got Zack's dad going back to being a mofo. Apparently, that's what they call it. So you basically have him going back to that. So, which pretty much leads to the question: is John Morrison scheduled to have a comeback in the WWE, possibly at the WrestleMania 28 Money in the Bank, which is a lot of people are saying that will be happening at WrestleMania 28. We still don't have a confirmation on this yet, but possibly this could happen. But if he does return, I would really like to see him return in the Money in the Bank ladder match thing. I hope he does. He's like he was one of my favorite wrestlers in the WWE when he was still around in the WWE, back when he was still Johnny Nitro and when he turned John Morrison. And yes, he does need to work on his mic skills and stuff like that, but other than that, the dude is pretty freaking entertaining. And I do like the fact that hopefully he returns. I want him to return at WrestleMania 28 to compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So what do you guys think? Could John Morrison possibly lead to a return to possible return to WWE? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, let's talk about Zack Ryder for a second. Zack Ryder, the pretty much was, the internet wrestling's poster boy for a while with the Z True Long Island Story and him making jokes about him trying to get over in the WWE. Obviously just lining up a huge, like, oh crap, he's doing this while he's still in the WWE. It doesn't seem, but obviously he got really popular off of this, and I think he said in like a newspaper or something that when he did this, he was either going to get hired or get noticed by doing this. And thanks to his fans, the fans that supported Z True Long Island Story, he was able to get noticed. And that was a cool. He got a cool little United States Championship run. It was pretty awesome for him. But suddenly he seemed to let's see. I just stopped talking. Suddenly he's been going down. The dude's, pretty much been getting attacked by Kane. And, you see less and less of him every single week. The only time you actually see him now is on YouTube. His page has been, his show is pretty popular, but it's not as popular as it was now when he still had his channel. But, it's still going. And, a lot of people have been saying that he sold out. But I don't think he's sold out he hasn't sold, I don't think he's sold out or anything like that. I mean, he is an employee of the WWE. You can't actually blame him. He has to do what the WWE tells him to do, or he could get fired, for which meaning him doing the Z True Long Island Story thing would have been absolutely pointless. So, I think the dude's just doing his job, doing what he's told, and, if you guys don't like it, then I don't know what to tell you. Then you guys can't support Zack Ryder and what he's doing because the dude needs a job. Also the fact is that why now? Why did they decide to go with this angle with him getting attacked by Kane? I don't know. I thought um WWE was going to do like this sort of plot line with Zack Ryder and Kane, maybe a Zack Ryder and Kane at WrestleMania thing, but no, it just turned out to be, just him just getting attacked constantly, being thrown off the stage and stuff like that. Basically trying to keep him off TV. I don't know why this is happening. Um, but yeah, I don't know what to think anymore. Do you guys think Zack Ryder is being pushed down in the WWE? If he is, let me know in the comment section. If this whole thing was just an absolute waste of time, then I don't know why. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is WrestleMania. Of course, it's WrestleMania season. You gotta talk about it. So what they've been doing with WrestleMania, they've been filling it up pretty fast, but it's been filling up pretty good as well. I mean, listen, you already have 4 matches that are pretty much destined to be, fantastic or good matches. Like, for instance, you got Daniel Bryan and Sheamus, which I'm pretty sure will be the first match of the card if they don't add Randy Orton to this match. I'm pretty sure that they're not going to add Wade Barrett in this match because it's said that he has suffered from a dislocated shoulder and he's be out for 6 to 8 weeks. So I really doubt that they're going to be adding Wade Barrett to that match. So they'll probably just add Randy Orton to that match, which will still be a good match. I'm not doubting that it won't be a good match. Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, and Randy Orton, if that does happen, that should be an awesome match to see. And, I wish to see Randy Orton because when it comes to, people may not be happy when they see Randy Orton, taking spotlight from other stars, but when you do for WrestleMania, that's basically what it is. It's a star-studded pay-per-view event, and you need to have Randy Orton in that pay-per-view because he is a star-studded superstar in the WWE. So adding him would just be a logical move for WWE to make. Putting him in the World Heavyweight Championship match, probably putting him in a basic match simply would just be an awesome idea as well. What else? Alright, you also have Chris Jericho versus CM Punk. An amazing match that I'm pretty sure is going to have an amazing result. CM Punk, when you add Chris Jericho and CM Punk, guys with basic similarities with each other, you guys look at each other and these guys are almost like exact copies of each other. If you think about it, I mean, look at them. They're both, amazingly charismatic. Chris Jericho being more charismatic, but nonetheless, both as charismatic as heck. Both of them having great technical round skills, both having awesome high flying skills. So when you look at this card, it's pretty much destined to be an awesome match, a great match to see who will be the best in the world. An awesome match. So yeah, you got that match. Plus you have Triple H and Undertaker not only going off for the third time, but they're going off in the third time. They're going out with a huge bang. They're going out in a Hell in a Cell match for the which will possibly both of those guys' last match ever in a wrestling ring, which I expect spectacular results for it, a spectacular ending. I think no matter which way this match ends, you guys are going to see a fantastic match with 2 fantastic wrestlers, 2 legends that will leave it all in the ring, and I'm pretty sure that before the night's over, you guys are gonna go home happy after seeing that match. And then you have the main event. You have The Rock versus John Cena, which people have been hyping up for a year now. A year. You've been hyping this up for a year. Rock, doing online interviews about Cena. Cena basically saying how while The Rock's on the internet, talking crap about him, he's like right there in the middle of the ring, and he's still doing, and he'll just say, he's just saying it so the whole world can hear, not just like the internet, but he's talking about the whole world, the internet, television, all over the world. He wants them to hear him, and unless the Rock has balls to call him out on this, then he says like, but you better. He's like, it's absolutely pointless of you to show up. So yeah, they've been building this match up for a year now, so I'm expecting an awesome match of the year candidate if they're going to go with this. I mean, I am expecting nothing less than match of the year. Match of the year right there. It's gotta be like right there. If your guys are going to be hyping up a match for a year, even though Rock versus Hulk Hogan, that match was like like it was like right after Royal Rumble or on like no like near the Royal Rumble. They hyped that one up for at least 2 to 3 months, but you still got match of the year candidates because the whole crowd went absolutely insane for that match. So if they were going to hype up this match for a year, I expect nothing less than match of the year. And plus, you got more matches that should be able to come during in WrestleMania. I pretty much see Team Teddy Long versus Team Laurinaitis 5-man elimination tag 10-man elimination tag team match for the winner of that match will be the general manager for both Raw and SmackDown. I see that being an excellent matchup and an excellent rivalry going into WrestleMania. Also, the fact that the Money in the Bank actually returning, this should be one of the I'm hoping that this should be one of the best WrestleManias that WWE has put on in a long while. I hope we see, how they develop in this. I hope we see better development. I hope this is just, I think it will be an awesome pay-per-view. It better be an awesome pay-per-view because when you have a card like this, you should expect nothing more than pay-per-view of the year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm going to, go to sleep because it is 12:30 in the morning. I got basketball tomorrow. So I'm gonna let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later. But I'm really interested in what you guys think. Because I like to leave my own opinions on this stuff. So let your opinions run wild. Whether they're good opinions, bad opinions, there's no such thing. Just leave them in the comment section below. I'll see you guys later. This has been the Daily Isaiah. Peace.